This is High Vibe TV, the uncensored, guided, and community-based video TV network with content recorded and live streamed from the world-famous High Vibe TV studios. High Vibe TV delivers daily, weekly, and special programs focused on astrology, spirituality, history, community, and more. This is not your run-of-the-mill astrology and tarot. This is the future of spirituality, illuminating new ways the collective can step into the dawning of this exciting new dimension. The highest vibe is truth, and the truth always prevails. Download our awesome app on the Apple and Android stores so you don't miss our notifications with special spiritual insights curated to the energy of the universe. Search for us on your TV with our exciting TV apps on Apple TV and Roku. Catch our vibe on your computer, where you can join in on the live chat with our amazing community and blog. Watch spirituality like you've never seen before. Download our apps or go to highvibe.tv. Subscribe now.
So he is not going to denounce it. There's no way. But with his disconnection from voters, do you think that is in part due to being suspended from Twitter? So he didn't have that constant interaction with them, so therefore it created a bigger divide?
I think it's two things. I think you're right. I think, but Elon Musk made it open. If you're a smart, if he has smart people around him to help him become president, you use that Twitter. I get that you invested in your own business and you created Truth Social, which nobody's using.
No.
Okay, nobody's using it.
It's like Parler.
Go yourself and go, like, anybody out there is going to deny me. Go, you could look up app rates on app sites just like you can for websites and look up traffic. It's so low traffic, it's stupid. So you would use that, and then you would also want to connect with voters. It's always just about the situations that have happened to him. And then this NFT thing with him, like, as a superhero with the red eyes, it's like trying to get the Q community, right? And then even somebody wrote to me when I was posting about this, and like, I was just like, he's just totally not in it. Like, anybody that's going to spend money now, we want some meat and potatoes of life, to learn something or to gain something, or to, if we're going to spend money on something, not 99 bucks and then he's giving away one out of, if you buy one of this $99 NFTs, then you can have dinner with me, and then you can come play golf with you and your friends at one of my beautiful golf courses. And then he says, oh, this is what got me the worst. And I'll be honest, this is where I lost, like, he's lost me forever at this moment until he comes. It's the vax thing, but the next thing is he says he's the best president ever, even better than Lincoln and Washington at the very beginning. So you're saying you're a better president than the fucking commander of the fucking Revolutionary War, who then became the president, who then was a signer of the Declaration of Independence, who fucking outsmarted the hardest military in the world with just a bunch of guys with pitchforks and people who were barely volunteering, and then also corralled the craziness of a rebellious fucking 13 colonies and got them together with creating the Constitution after we already had the Articles of Confederation, and got the people to agree to it, and then made this whole idea of becoming a president and being an executive in a federalist republic and being able to push it off and stay neutral and get this country rolling off. Or Lincoln, who in the middle of this whole, is the midpoint to all this shit from now to that, is in a country that's divided and taking the freedom into a place that's allowing people to own human beings and saying no, and creating Emancipation Proclamation and doing all these things and going into a civil war as he becomes president. And even when we win, he lets the South still be part of the Union, lets them keep their guns, and gets assassinated. You're better than those two? And you're looking like the cheesiest motherfucker on the planet with an NFT that has you dressed up like Superman, like, and riding like eagles with a machine gun. Like, some people think I'm that hardcore Trump, but it's like, fuck, not when, like, Trump used to be cool. Anomaly said it best. Trump used to be fucking cool. He was a great president. But after all this, and I still do have, I'm allowed to have the belief that there's too many shady things about the election. And so that's me. I was
Apparently
thinking of that too.
you're not allowed to have that
I'm not
thought.
allowed to have that thought. Well, you're allowed to have the opinion, right? Or maybe the question. I'm not saying that it's true. Even though the astrology would imply that there was a lot of that. But what I am saying, though, is that I also understand the human being part of him with Neptune square his sun and with being totally attacked so much that it would get him to a point to where he's just lost it now. That it's finally cracked him to where he's lost his focus. And he's surrounded by people who obviously, it's about money. Like, think there's going to be 1 million people who are going to fall for it and be that hardcore Trump. And that's $100 million in the bank.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but to me, that was his big announcement today. And then his other video, which was really his big announcement, I was like, he says the same thing. It's all the same shit.
Yeah.
And Elon Musk has given you the platform back, and that's where everybody's at. And you could be saying positive things and be doing things of what people are concerned about. Nobody cares about just talk when you're in the background now, and you could have done those things, or you're not, calling these people out from a public space. You're in your own little space, and we all have to go to you only. Like, as a presidential candidate.
Not only that, it's been a while since I've read anything about NFTs. I don't really understand them. Like, I don't understand why people want to pay to own something that they don't really own, that it's all digital. Look, horses for courses, you do you. But to me, I feel like it sort of all started and then it fizzled pretty quickly. Maybe I'm misreading the market. Maybe it's just too early for it to really take off. But if you're running for president, I wouldn't have thought that was the time that you launch an NFT.
I know. And I get that he needs money for election stuff, but he also has a lot. I mean, the lawsuit against Trump Inc. that all this stuff that's been happening, he's got to pay for. But it's like, it's so cheesy, and it's like, are you really about the country anymore? And not only that, the people that are on the fringe. Are you really putting anything out there that's moving people anymore? It's like, no.
But the people that sit on the fringe of the parties that may be considered a swing vote, they're not going to vote for someone who's doing stuff like that. That would turn them off versus, so he's really appealing to his own base rather than trying to find a way to get elected by a majority that is so big that they can't mess with the numbers. Do you know what I mean?
Well,
like,
he also said when he ran again, which was the dumbest day for him to run, that I want to bring elections back that are just paper ballots with punch cards, right? He wants to bring back the hanging chads again, and that be the only thing, and no mail-in voting and no early voting, and just vote the day. That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. Like, it just, that you can't get all the states to agree to do that. They independently can do whatever they want.
Yeah.
It's like somebody's not also training him on how the Constitution works now. So it's like, it hurts me because I'm a Leo rising and I'm a sun in the 10th or moon in the 10th, and him and I have a lot of similar planets and all that shit and a lot of very common traits. But I'm also committed more to the work and the service than I am about the money or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I'll show up every day and it hurts me because I'm like, I know he's got it in him, but he's totally lost it. Like, these have been the weeks of doing the real deep spiritual work, and he's not doing it. He's doing the fucking like circus show shit. And to me, it was like, I already was like, but now I'm just like, okay, you're never gonna call this shit out. You're gonna look bad because he's gonna wait till the end, and then whether it's DeSantis or whether it's going to be the new House Intelligence Committee that's going to bring up whether it's a bioweapon or whether it's the vaccine shit, when all that gets unraveled, which it already is around the world, except for America, you're going to look so stupid, and they're all going to pin it on you and Biden. So he loves to want to fight Biden, but him and Biden are going to go walk into a fucking jail cell together. Like, that's how idiotic he is at this point. And he's actually really smart, and his Uranus isn't, But unless he's got some Uranian thing and that he's going to pull out of his ass. But, you know, at this point, I'm not using astrology. I'm just coming from like a human being. And it hurt me as a spiritual person to be like, you really don't give a fuck. You care more about these, like I get it. I'm a self-promoter like he is, right? My brand, my name, I'm a Leo rising and on Regulus, all that shit. But I can tell you that I would never make an NFT of me looking like some crazy fucking superhero, like with big muscles and shit. It's just stupid. And at this moment when the economy is doing so bad, we're all just like especially as a business owner, right? If I'm going to put something out, right, like this event for $39 to live stream, it's everything I've got. Everything that I've got to give people something for 5 years that they can have, that they can relate to, that they can see warnings, that they can live their best life and live a flourishing life. It's not like I'm just like, hey, buy my fucking NFT of me looking like a cool astrologer for fucking $100. Like that, to me, that's cheap. That's like cutting, or more importantly, it's not wanting to do the work. That's what it is. It's wanting to make a bunch of money without having to do much, and use all people who are relying on him to save the day. He ain't gonna save the day, right? Like, and you know, like, I think maybe, and you know what? Maybe my lens is skewed because I've been just sitting here working my ass off to keep this place alive while, you know, going through beautiful changes in my life and being engaged now. And, you know, now I have a baby on the way. So it's like, I'm doubling down. So maybe I'm coming from a place of like, dude, you just don't want to do the work. And you don't care about what people and where people are at. You only care about where you're at in the whole thing. Like, you're not ever thinking about the people anymore and what's on people's minds engaging. And that's why on this network, like, we read this stuff, and I've changed tones, and I like, you know, I still won't get rid of who I am, but I will still listen and take good criticism and let people, right, when we are at Don't Trip, let people fucking tell me off. I sit here, open mic, fucking tell me what I do wrong. You know, and I took all that shit to heart in not a negative way. So I just, that it was really disturbing. It was disturbing. Especially with what Biden's doing and all this stuff. He's not focused on anything about whatever Americans are at, or, I mean, he said it in speeches over the last 2 years, but that's, you know, you can say something, but like, if he's in a position where he can do something, where he can be caucusing for the right Speaker of the House right now, where he can be working with people, and you're not going to agree with everybody. You're not going to be able to get every Republican to be Trump Republican. You're not going to be able to get every Democrat to become a Trumper. You can't, it's impossible. And so he's at that lens where everybody has to be that one way, and that's where he's going to fuck up. And he could be so great. He could be one of the greats, but he just fucked it up. And he obviously doesn't have an astrologer.
No.
Neither does all the other stuff I've been seeing recently. I've been like, oh, even Elon Musk. I think Elon Musk today's decision to ban a bunch of people for doxing or whatever like that of journalists reporting about it it wasn't thought out, and was a Mars retrograde moment for him in the 12th, a Cancer going through. I get it. He feels threatened, but he also now looks like how it was a bureaucratic FBI crazy Twitter. Now it's an Elon Musk personal feelings. I don't like you, Twitter. Yeah. So talk about a realization about the characters and the implants. Made me think that Trump's a deep fake. It made me think that Elon Musk is a deep fake even more today. It made me look at, they're all deep fakes. And then the Epstein videos there was a case against Alan Dershowitz where the girl said that Alan Dershowitz, who was Trump's lawyer, Clinton's lawyer, in their impeachment. One more
time?
Alan Dershowitz?
You can do this.
Dershowitz, right? A month ago, the girl who accused him of on Epstein's Island having sex with her, she dropped the charges, said, I think I had it wrong. But in that deposition, there was a third woman that was in the threesome, I guess. She in the court case said, no, this happened. And she has tapes of not only Alan Dershowitz,
look at that,
but other of the big people we've all wanted to know, and that she's about to release them. And that's in the Daily Mail, and it's all confirmed. And
so let's just hope the tape actually comes out.
What if Trump's in those tapes?
Look, if he is, he is. I would rather them just out some of the people, because I actually think some of the ones that get ousted at that point, some of them will sing like canaries. I
agree. And I just have to say this about Trump. I am basing my opinion on Trump at this moment, not because of what I do feel that the January 6th Commission and stuff has done to turn people into fearing staying with Trump or something. I'm basing it off of he's not doing the work, and he's not realizing, if I was in his position or anybody was in his position that really wanted to help, would be reaching across the aisles and be using the amazing powers that he has built to have in the most beautiful way. And knowing that for me in this position where I will do everything to try, and I will sacrifice my life. I'm sitting here at 3 a.m. and my pregnant fiance is in bed nauseous, and I wish I was with her at this moment right now. And this motherfucker's out there putting out an NFT just for some money, and that's it. And not doing any of the work that he could be doing, or using the platforms that he could be using. It's like, sorry, dude, that's just, you don't really care. And then you say you're better than Washington, and you say you're better than Lincoln. Like, that'd be like me saying, I'm better than John Dee. I'm better than Nostradamus. I'm not dead yet, and I haven't lived my whole life yet, and I'm not the one who gets to decide that. So anyway. It was a good therapy session.
Well, you've got work to do.
Yeah, I do. And somebody said he's got vax brain.
This is High Vibe TV, the uncensored, guided, and community-based video TV network with content recorded and live streamed from the world-famous High Vibe TV studios. High Vibe TV delivers daily, weekly, and special programs focused on astrology, spirituality, history, community, and more. This is not your run-of-the-mill astrology and tarot. This is the future of spirituality, illuminating new ways the collective can step into the dawning of this exciting new dimension. The highest vibe is truth, and the truth always prevails. Download our awesome app on the Apple and Android stores so you don't miss our notifications, with special spiritual insights curated to the energy of the universe. Search for us on your TV with our exciting TV apps on Apple TV and Roku. Catch our vibe on your computer, where you can join in on the live chat with our amazing community and blog. Watch spirituality like you've never seen before. Download our apps or go to highvibe.tv. Subscribe now.